Trigger Q&A time with actor Greg Grunberg. Yay, we're so happy to have Greg here on Pop Trigger. I was a huge fan of yours, not only in Felicity, but Alias, but Heroes, but especially Felicity. Especially Felicity.
Thank you.
Yeah, true story. Okay, so first of all, thanks to everybody for sending in your questions from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We can only tackle a handful of them, but thanks again for everybody that sent out their questions. Starting with Facebook from Kathy H. Question for Greg. Do keep in touch. She means to say, do you keep in touch with the Heroes cast? I really love the show and kind of miss it now. Also love Pop Trigger a lot. Boop from Vienna. Oh, okay.
From Vienna, Austria? Love that.
Yeah, we're international.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, my family's from Austria. So,
oh, wow.
What's up? This could be my cousin.
Quite possibly.
What's her name? Beep? Boop?
Boop is a thing.
What is it? What is it?
Boop is kind of like our trademark. That means like,
okay.
boop's like an exclamation mark. It's basically saying like, today's going to be a good day. Okay, so
do I stay in
keep
contact?
In touch. Yeah.
Do I keep in touch? Yes, I do actually, with Hayden and Sendel and all these people. But one of the people from Heroes is in a band with me, a charity band. So Adrian, I see probably more than anyone else. But yeah, I mean, we spent a lot. It was weird because that show, we didn't end up working together at the beginning. If you remember, none of the characters interacted. It was like this story, and then you went to this story. So we'd go to the TCAs, or we'd go to some press event, and it would be like, hey, I love your show.
That's interesting.
I never worked it. And then we had this big episode at the end of the year. Jeff Loeb put us all together, and it was like, wow, you know, it was downtown LA, and we all saw each other for the first time. Or actually, yeah, it was like a dream sequence thing.
Right.
And I remember that being really exciting. And but anyway, yes, we've become a big family, and we stay in contact.
Such a good show. I wish it was still on too.
Thank you.
And then coming in from Sebastian J. If you could choose to be any superhero, which would you pick? Lots of love from Europe. Boop.
Batgirl.
Ooh.
Oh.
But or do I want to be Oracle?
Ooh.
I'm kind of lazy, so maybe Oracle.
Okay. I'm sure you've gotten this question a bunch of times.
I do, yeah. I mean, I want to be like Carb Man. I want to be able to eat all the carbs I want and have it not affect me.
That's amazing.
That was a big C on my chest.
Awesome. Yeah.
Searching out like Pop-Tarts and stuff.
And then it just doesn't even affect you at all.
Which kind of Pop-Tart though?
I go back and forth. I go from, I love the strawberry.
Love the strawberry.
So
but I am a big cinnamon
Brown
guy.
sugar cinnamon.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Get it.
We are going to make out before the end of this Q&A.
Okay. And you know, that would be your fuel, kind of like Popeye's spinach. Would Carb Man be fueled by brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts?
I think I pull them out of my belt. Okay, I bite them in such a way that I create a star and I throw them at you.
That's awesome. Okay, who would your superhero be?
So you know how there's some people who can shoot like fire out of their hands and lightning out of their hands?
There are people like that?
Yeah, in real life.
We had one on
There should be
Heroes,
some in fiction. No, I want to be able to shoot anything I want out of my hands.
Like what?
Like spaghetti.
Like maybe Pop-Tarts or
cool.
spaghetti or also fire. You know,
Cash?
but cat money.
You're like my own
I
ATM
want-
machine?
Like,
That's
but I
great.
have to remember like which way to make my hands shaped for the different things, and sometimes I get it wrong.
And something
accidentally
comes out that you
shoot,
don't want?
Like squirrels at someone.
Yeah, but the thing that'd be so weird is you're at Starbucks and it's like, that's $3.50. It's like, the
Like,
person's
sorry,
like, come on,
I know
man,
it's
just
here
put it on the
somewhere.
counter.
Hey, if you can shoot anything, I would ask you to like produce this every day for me. I'd like just, it'd
I
save me time
every day I do produce something that looks kind of like that.
Ew, disgusting. I would want to be She-Ra just because I think She-Ra just is so cool and looks cool. I don't even really know what she does. What is her superpower?
You need to be able to have fire come out of
Yes!
this. That's what you
Hello,
need.
Fire
I want a fire boop, and every time I say boop, I get to choose either fire or rainbows or ice.
That's just taking my idea.
Rainbows.
Okay, from Brian C. This one is for Greg. I was very surprised to see you on a game, LA Noire. How was the experience of participating in making a game rather than a TV show or a movie? P.S. More Pop Trigger Raw, please. Okay.
Okay, so LA Noire, there were like 60 cameras all around me, and they converted my performance digitally to this character. So if you look at LA Noire, it's
So cool.
fascinating. It's also very accurate to 1930s LA. You can drive around LA and see
That
what
is so
parts of the city
cool.
look like.
It's a great game.
And I've had people come up to me, there's one lady came up to me, she goes, you made me cry playing the game. Because I get interrogated, it's a detective thing, and I get interrogated about my wife's murder, and you don't know if I've killed her or not, and there's like an emotional, I just played it very emotionally, and just have somebody say that.
Yeah.
There's no difference between, normally I'll do a voice and then the guy doesn't look like me and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a Hispanic man running through the city. Who
Sure.
cares? But
Yeah.
this was, there was no separation.
Yeah.
And it was the coolest thing in the world.
Very cool. Okay, coming in on Twitter from Ahmed Saloom or 9H, and I love that he calls himself 9H because one time I inaccurately called him 9H on a previous Q&A because when Tom copy and paste their questions from Twitter, their hours are attached. So on Twitter you'll see 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago. So his previous question was his question with 9H 9 hours ago, and I called him as his name 9H, and now he goes by 9H.
Oh,
yeah, I love that.
He's kind of living in the future.
Yeah.
Loved you on Heroes, Greg. And have any of you had an out-of-body experience? Out-of-body experience, no, but I did think I was abducted once when I woke up in the middle of my REM sleep, paralyzed, which I guess is a disorder. And I was completely awake, but I was completely frozen. I thought I was being abducted, and then I kept feeling a bony finger poke me.
That's so
Okay,
weird.
first of all, that wasn't a finger.
Yep.
And secondly, that's weird. What does that mean
so
about
scary.
I feel like every time I get into a fight with someone, it's an out-of-body experience, and I feel like the things that I'm saying aren't actually coming from my mouth. It's so weird.
You're super uncomfortable. That's not you. It's so not you to be doing and saying these things.
I get so uncomfortable during confrontation. That must be it.
Wow. When I'm talking to somebody and they're incredibly boring, it hasn't happened here. I'll tell you right now.
Thank God.
Their head gets this big. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but you're like talking to somebody and they won't shut up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, whoa, their head just gets really big. And then also I have this weird thing where if I drive under street lamps, they go out. And it happens all the time.
That's a superpower.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes similar to yours. When someone is really boring, or even if I'm in the middle of a conversation, sometimes I just picture running away, like just in the middle of what they're saying, just running, like and it's I've catch myself over there somewhere.
Okay, interesting. Coming in from Josie the Second. Or Jose Martinez. Sorry. Hey, his Twitter handle's Jose Martinez, but his name says Josie the Second with 2 E's. Okay, what do you think of the People's Choice Awards? #CaliBoop. I like the People's Choice Awards because it comes from the people. You get to see what the people think.
But not everyone knows about the People's Choice Awards.
And the people don't get to nominate.
I think that's true.
So what's the point?
I saw an ad for the new Tonight Show last night. Okay, and there was one moment when he goes, "Thank you, LA, for having only 2 seasons. Awards and pilot." And I thought, only in LA do we really care about these award shows anymore. And by the way, and I've been lucky enough, I presented at the People's Choice Awards. I've won a People's Choice Award.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fun until you realize, what is it really? I mean, it's like, it's just a publicity machine.
Right.
It really is. And I'm not going to go as far as Woody Allen, but it really doesn't matter.
Right. Okay, so coming in from Samuel, do you guys have any weird phobias? Brie, you're my queen. #boop. Phobias, queen.
Yeah, I have a hair phobia. It's really creepy.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I can't. Hair on your head, hair attached to your body. Fine. No, Sam!
Oh my God! Wow.
I'm sorry, Brie.
I don't believe that. I mean, I saw it. I still don't believe that it just happened.
I just get so grossed out by loose hair. Sorry, I just get really grossed out by loose hair.
Okay, sorry about
it happened.
that.
It happened at a fair. It started when I went to the Ventura County Fair, whatever it was called, when I was younger, and I got this soup, and I just wanted soup so badly. I got it, and I take a bite, and there's just this long black hair in it.
Oh, there it is.
And ever since then. And the woman who gave it to me had black hair, so I went up to give it back, and she's like, "That's not mine, it's yours." And I was like, "I don't have black hair," because I was blonde at that point. I was like, "I'm blonde." She was like, "You don't get your new soup, and you don't get your money back." And ever since then, hair is just.
And then after you threw
makes
that
me wanna
scalding
gag.
hot soup on her face, you had to go to prison, and there was a lot of loose hair there.
Right.
In the shower, there's so much loose hair in prison.
I don't really have any phobias. To be honest, I really don't. I wish I did. I wish I had something.
I know, and make you more interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Brett?
I'm afraid that Sam won't find me interesting either. Now, sometimes when you're in the ocean and you step, and sometimes you step on a fish.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that's going to happen all the time.
That's sad. I used to be really weird. Like if I dropped one M&M, I'd have to drop 2, so I had a family.
You're afraid
If I dropped 1 hair, I'm right now so badly want to drop 2 more hairs. But I've gotten so much better over the years.
Please
I know it's
don't.
OCD.
Yeah.
Drew's been helping me. Dr. Drew's been helping me with that.
Yeah.
Okay, coming in from, that always makes me feel so when you say "on," like there's something wrong with me.
There is. That is wrong. That is wrong.
Okay,
You
coming
can
in
fix it.
from YouTube, from
the reason
Emmy.
that Dr. Drew's helping you is because there's something wrong with
What's wrong with wanting everything to have a family, though? I think that's a
when it's a Skittle.
Exactly.
There's something
I
wrong.
haven't done it in a long time. Don't get me wrong. And I used to bury roadkill. That was another weird phobia of mine. I felt like it was sad if they didn't get a proper. I did felt like it was sad if they didn't get a proper memorial.
compulsion.
Yeah,
It's a
that's not
compulsion.
phobia.
Okay, that's a compulsion.
Yeah.
Okay, coming in from Emmy, is it cheating if you fantasize about someone else? No, I think it's fun to fantasize about other people.
If it's me fantasizing about Liam Neeson, then no, it's totally acceptable.
Oh yeah, she's obsessed with Lily.
I love.
Obsessed.
He's my boo boo. My
Yeah.
Lily boo boo.
No, not at all. I think it's
Yeah.
healthy.
It's
I think
fun,
you
me
should-
too.
Yeah, I did a show called Love Bites, and the first episode was having permission, and like you have one person you're allowed to cheat with,
Yeah.
who you fantasize about.
I agree
Come on.
100%.
Unless it's someone in their family.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I agree with that.
I don't know, I just thought my girlfriend's sitting over there.
Okay, we're really quickly. Who's your fantasy?
Probably.
So you're with Liam and you need to
Oh,
fantasize
I'm with
about
Liam and
someone
I
else.
need
No,
to fantasize
like,
about someone
or
else.
whoever you want to fantasize about. Who's the number one person that you normally would?
Man. John Goodman.
Yeah.
I get that though.
We are going out tonight.
Yeah, we are.
Come on.
Okay, who's your fantasy?
I can't remember her name now. She was in, which is not a good thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay. You
to not
envision
remember
her. It
her
doesn't
name.
You don't
matter.
need names.
Yeah.
You don't need a
When the lights
name.
are off.
Yeah, that's true.
What's she in?
She was in.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
God, no, she's so great. I just talked about
Supreme
it.
Court. She was in the Supreme
She's in
Court.
the Supreme Court, and the gavel thing. It was like a whole fun night that we had together.
Order!
Yeah.
Order!
Now move on, and I'll remember.
Okay.
Something about robes. Who do I fantasize
Yeah.
about?
Besides Amber.
Besides my sweet, sweet girlfriend who gives me life. Evangeline Lilly
Yeah, she's
jumps
hot.
to mind right now.
Yeah, I would have to say, besides my husband, two. Definitely Ryan Gosling from Place Beyond the Pines. That character, not Ryan Gosling himself, but his character in Place Beyond the Pines. And then a little Margot Robbie action.
Right?
Margot
I
Robbie.
can see you get affected by this.
She is so hot. Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ladies' night.
Yeah, I've thought about her for sure. Okay.
Still can't remember her name.
Okay.
She was in a movie called
in?
The Creator, which no one remembers, but she's been in a bunch of things. She was in that movie Sideways.
Which one in
Madsen.
Sideways?
Virginia Madsen. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah. Okay, she's
She
definitely
just-
got some
Virginia
sex
Madsen
appeal.
does it for me.
And then we have a comment from our recent Kesha Open Raw video when we talked about Kesha entering rehab. I recently came to terms with the fact that I have an eating disorder. I've always been skinny, but I'm going through a really rough patch in my life right now. I'm 17, 5'4", and 88 pounds. Hearing the love and support from all of you in this video is making me see how many people out there will help me through this. Thank you.
Oh.
Her name is Maura McWhorter. Stay strong, and we wish you all the love and support, and thank you for sharing that it affected you. And that's it for our Q&A with Greg Grunberg.